Okay, guys, I've got something to tell you all, and it's not my fault. It's not my dad's fault. It's it sparked off massive confusion from 6+ months ago, or maybe a bit earlier than that. So I shouldn't really say 6 months, but yeah. Okay, now it's regarding my dad's health and issues. Now my dad's got multiple issues going on here, which is very hard to detect at times. That's why the Alfred was very slow and our GP's highly confused as a result because he's confused with the bloody Alfred Hospital. Now, for when my dad was in last, not recently, the previous hospitalisation, right? They done tests. They didn't see that my dad's white blood cells were high. Now, when you've got high blood white cells, right, it's an indication of either a bad infection somewhere in the body, internally or external, or it's a sign of blood cancer, which is lymphoma. Now, that's lymphoma. Now, my dad, he has lymphedema, which is completely different. There's lymphoma and lymphedema. He's got lymphedema, which is a condition where your legs or arms or both can swell, build up with fluid, which it affects practically the major organ, which is your skin. It affects the skin. Builds up with fluid. It can cause your skin to crack. You leak heaps of bodily fluid. And it can also cause major skin infections as well as underlying infections that you cannot see to the naked eye. So that is what my father's got. And from time to time, he will get skin infections and internal infections, which we are unaware of. And that's what practically happened in the recent hospitalisation. He ended up getting sepsis and he had to be rushed into ambulance as quick as they can get him in. He responded well to the antibiotics and everything. And then we were told that he must, make sure that he puts lots of these ointments and creams and washes regularly and for us to keep a close eye on his skin, which is my job to do. And so far, so good. He's just had a rash that's come up about 3 days ago. It's going away now. I've been keeping a close eye on it. I've been monitoring it. Everything's hunky-dory there. Now, on Thursday, we've got a telehealth appointment with our GP, and he's already arranged, our GP, a week prior home pathology to get a final blood test to see what the heck is going on because he's confused. Because the hospital confused us so much with so many doctors coming in and out and specialists, he just wants to be a bit more thorough and he wants to do an overall blood check on everything. His blood sugars, everything, his white blood cells. Now, if there's a difference, okay, and they say that his white blood cells have gone back down, that's a sign that it was an infection the whole time. If it's not and it's still high, there's something else going on, which means my dad will have to eventually go straight back into hospital, stay in there longer if he has to, and get to the bottom of what the heck is going on. It's flippin' annoying. And I believe that my dad's also got degenerative disc disease. He's developing it because his back pain is getting worse. And I do believe he's got degenerative disc disease because he's bedbound and he hasn't been mobile and he's overweight, very overweight, he's developed it. So even though he's got a medication called rivaroxaban that causes lower back pain, in which he's got, I think it's more than that. I think he's got that, but I think he's got degenerative disc disease. He's got what I've got. But he's only got it in one area of his back. He hasn't got it in 3 spots. Well, actually, no, 4 spots, like I do. I've got mine in the tailbone, the lower back, right in the centre, and right between the shoulder blades, but a little bit higher. And then I've got mine right at the base of the skull, right where it's the main scariest spot. You don't want to fuck that spot because then I'll be paralysed from the neck down. No joke. And there's no cure for this disease that I've got, people. There's no cure. It doesn't matter if you're skinny, medium-sized, super healthy. Even the healthiest people can get this disease, and you can get it at any point, any stage in your life. You don't have to be born with this disease. It can develop in your late teens, when you're a middle-aged adult. It doesn't matter. So, sadly, Dad's developed it. I strongly believe he's got it. And because he can't fit into the MRI properly because of his lymphedema in his abdomen area, they won't be able to tell for sure how badly advanced the degenerative disc disease is. So I'm pretty sure he's got that too. So there you have it, boys and girls. So on Thursday, once we find out the blood test results, I will notify you all out there so we get an idea of what the heck is really truly going on here. Because it was so confusing being at the hospital. They didn't hardly tell us anything. They didn't even tell the full blood test results. He had 4 lots of blood tests done when he was in there. Nothing. No diabetes specialist came in to speak to him. Nothing. So, I don't know, guys. We're just going to have to wait and see until Thursday.